Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Welcome back, and thank you for tuning into the Shrimp Tank Charleston. Right before break, we said that we were going to have the master sommelier, Sara Floyd, owner of Luli Wines out of Santa Lucia Highlands in California with the Pisani brothers. We said we were going to have a taste test because you're a master. You're a master sommelier.
So I'm going to give myself a little bit of insurance here. First of all, when you take the exam, it's selected by master sommeliers, and they're supposed to be benchmark examples of classic varietals. So I know who picked these out, and he's nothing but he's the opposite of classic, and he's a bit of a renegade. And I there's a couple I know, but it's a little odd. The other thing, just to give myself a little more insurance, a little more.
Enough with the excuses.
The color is all the same. It's not. You don't do that.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay.
Let me explain something to you. Two of the wines were chosen by myself, Eric Elkins, host of the Shrimp Tank Charleston.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
two were chosen by Wes. Correct, Gus?
Yes, that is correct.
So that is not to put all the blame.
Okay.
So you can blame possibly. So far, it looks like you're blaming me for what I chose. But
where's the white wine? No, I'm just kidding.
but I want to know, when you're doing this, tell us as you're
Let me run through something very quick so I can tell you how to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So when you do a master sommelier exam, you have 24 minutes to do 6 wines. Excuse me, am I getting it wrong? Yeah. So it's 4 minutes. Yeah, per wine. You have a format. And you go very quickly. So the first thing you do is you look at it and you spend very little time. But everything you need are clues, right? So if you look at this has kind of a light pink. It's not dark. It's kind of a garnet red with a little bit of fuchsia and a white rim. So right now I'm saying to myself, this is not a big thick-skinned red grape like Cabernet Sauvignon or Syrah or something like that. I'm looking at something more delicate like Pinot Noir, Grenache. And then, again, you see this viscous, it's clear, it's a sign of youth. If it was to be old, you would see more browning, orange, kind of tile colors. So then I'm saying to myself, okay, it's young wine, right? Then you look, and these are called the legs, and I know people talk about, this is the amount of alcohol it has. So typically, if it's from a more warmer area of the world like California, you tend to have higher alcohols. Now, without getting political, global warming, it's getting tougher and tougher to figure this out. But it's also a style thing. And so here I'm looking at these thick legs, and I would say these are medium plus. They're not, as heavy as something really high in alcohol, but it's definitely not like something that's lower in alcohol. So I'd say this is medium plus. So those are the things you look for, just like that.
Do you like that wine?
I like this wine. I picked the one down, this one, last one. I went the opposite direction because I think it's Pinot Noir.
You think this is Pinot Noir?
Yes.
Okay. We will share the results after we go through.
Okay. Now this one I have a beef with because it's sweet, which is odd. Red sweet wine. I mean, how much do you drink that in your life? And again, you see a little more magenta color. Alcohol level is, you see how it's much more, it's very viscous.
What does that mean?
Higher in alcohol.
Okay.
Because it has sugar. And honestly, I don't drink a lot of sweet wines because I save my calories for the food versus the sugar. So I'm not a huge, but see how thick and slow they go down? That means there's quite a bit of alcohol. So this is a late harvest wine of some sort. And again, I don't think it's, it could be like an Amarone from Italy or something like that. I'm not sure because, again, it's not, I don't think it's, there's acid. I don't think it's a fortified wine. I think it's a late harvest wine. But that's as good as I can get with that one because it's, come on, how many people drink late harvest red? Well, it's mostly white, right? If you're drinking Sauterne or Riesling that's sweet, it's definitely white. So it's just interesting wine, but it could be a lot of things. I mean,
okay.
So here's the next one. I put This is kind of interesting. I like, again, we're looking at the color. Again, they're not dark colored wines, so we're looking at varietals that are a little light skinned. And again, I see it's still very youthful. It could be a couple years older, just on that difference, that shading difference you see. It's not so quite white and the clear at the top. Alcohol is medium plus. See, it's going down, but not like the last one. Last one was like taking forever just to come down.
Do you need water to?
No.
Okay.
I mean-
Seems like you would have to rinse your mouth out.
No, better rinse with wine than water.
Really?
Yeah, you don't mess with it. And you usually spit, but
No,
it's kind of
dude.
gross and stuff. I don't want to spit in a glass. And I can handle a couple sips. I'm not that
Okay.
wimpy.
So
But,
what do we think this is?
this,
And do you like it?
I think I'm also going back, is it Pinot Noir again? Because it's definitely kind of sweet and cherry. It's very pretty. It's a little more of kind of, you have this kind of licorice kind of nose to it, little candied fruit. It's a little bit like sweet cherry, kind of a candied cherry kind of nose to it, like a framboise kind of thing. It's not heavy, it's medium body. And it's got a medium mouthfeel. Acids strong, not out of whack. It's very proportioned to what you'd expect it to be. It's very well made wine. I think it's Oregon Pinot again. I don't know if you've doubled down on it or not, but maybe it's Sangiovese from Italy, which that would be my other call. So it could be from Tuscany.
I don't even remember which ones we marked. So
And this one is weird. This is a little foxy because I smelled it. And here you see a different color. You see a little more of brick. Looks like it could have a bit of age on it. Not a lot, maybe 4 or 5 years on it. But see, there's a little brownness to it. You see a little tile. Just, it's not as garnet color as the other ones were. And it's a little bit darker in color. And it has this very kind of like saddle-y leather smell. It's a little bit oxidized, which I think is more the style of the wine versus, it reminds me, it's a little foxy in my nose. It smells to me a little bit, musty, foxy kind of thing, but not because it's a flaw. It's the way the varietal is supposed to be. And, I would think it was like Carmenere from Chile. That'd be something I would think, like just from its smell. So I could also say Cab Franc, maybe a little bit. It has this leafy tea thing.
ladies and gentlemen, the suspense is killing me because I don't remember what we marked.
And this is a much richer wine than the last, well, except for the sweet wine.
The sweet wine. So,
I'm thinking this is either Cab Franc or, if I'm going crazy, I know who picked these wines from the store and he's crazy. So it could be a Carmenere from Chile or something, which is not classic, but which is a Bordeaux varietal that they planted in Chile, trying to promote it as the next new thing, and it hasn't taken off quite as they had hoped. But because it's got this kind of foxiness to it. But those are kind of my quick answers. Without
so you
getting too
think
dragged on.
we have a Pinot Noir?
This one's this is tough.
See, we are very serious about our taste testing. We don't. This is harder than the Master
This
Sommelier.
is way harder than the Master Sommelier exam.
Yeah.
I got a beef with that boy at Bottles. I'm going to talk
But
to him.
keep in mind, I have chosen 2 of these.
Okay, I think
Which one do you think this one is?
this is Pinot Noir. Oregon Pinot Noir from 2018 or 19.
Should we? That's yours.
Hey, at least I got it right. It's
so-
Pinot Noir from Lully.
So
Yeah.
this
That's
one
hilarious.
is, she guessed hers.
But I said 18 or 19. It's 19. So I got
All right,
the-
so you got one. So
And I got the
you're one
Appalachian
for
mixed
you're
up.
1 for 1.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you get. And I wouldn't
Yeah.
think you would do that. So, can I go to this one last? Because
Yes,
I'm gonna
sure.
have some balls. This one I think is. I think this is from you. I think you brought this one.
I picked this one. Let me look. Yes, this is me.
See, it's a lot about a person. Who they, I think Pinot, maybe again, because of its body type, but it,
What year?
um, 2016.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
that is a
Oh, 15. I
Bo-
said Oregon Pinot.
It's a Bodecker Pinot Noir 2015. I give you 2 for 2 for now.
Yeah, and this one.
That was fantastic.
That's kind of embarrassing. But, you know, at least I got the varietal right? Didn't say it was Cabernet. This one's a tricky. Wes, of course, did this. So let's just say I thought it was Cab Franc or it's Rioja. Whoops, should have done that. I should have gotten that. So actually, now that I know what it is, I did totally fail on that one because there's American oak on it, and you can smell it. It's kind of pickly, leafy.
Is it good?
Yeah, let's pick that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
But I should know this. I was like,
Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
specialize in
we
Spanish
have
wines.
we have stomped the
this is
10th Master
embarrassing.
Sommelier.
See, I'm turning red. It's not from the wine. That I should have gotten. I mean, bad syrup. Bad. No, that one's I should have gotten because I was like one of the Spanish people of the United States.
Well,
wine.
that was very difficult. Listen, she owns Luli Wines. She owns Swirl Wine Distributors. She's a master sommelier. Let's go to the very last one.
This is tough.
Do you like that wine?
Well, I don't know.
You're not going to hurt their feelings.
I mean, it's okay. It's fine. It's. I mean, I'm being really honest with you. It's fine. I just don't think it has. It's not for sweet wine. You know, you have to look at so much. It's such a complex thing. It's actually very, very hard to find really outrageously great sweet wine. I think it's fun because it's red and it's sweet, and I think it's probably a late harvest Australian wine.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Manischewitz.
Oh. No wonder I was mad at it. Okay. Okay.
Well,
That's hilarious.
they were worried that I shouldn't give you that because you would find that to be insulting.
But
thought
I
it would be
don't think
funny.
it's fortified. I mean, what I said, I don't think they add a spirit to it. I think it's just sweet late harvest.
I think that you just gave one of the greatest commercials for Manischewitz that you were even being so nice about it because their
Well, I
sales
used to
are
drink this at Seder's. I mean, because, hey, it was all we had. I was like, I'll drink this.
So you just made Manischewitz so proud. Ladies and gentlemen, Sara Floyd, Master Sommelier, Charleston based now from left San Francisco, founder with the Pisoni Brothers Luli Wine. You got to get this. It is a delicious, they got Chardonnay, they got Pinot Noir. What else do you want to talk about when it comes to this wine?
Well, I think two things. One of the things what I love about the Chardonnay is that we've made it, unlike the kind of commercial style or what became very popular 20 years ago, this is a very high tone Chardonnay. We don't do the malolactic fermentation. We just do primary first fermentation because we want to keep that acidity really bright. So it's not a heavy, sweet, syrupy style of Chardonnay. It's a very high tone, bright, very, it's got a lot of beautiful acidity to it. And that's what we're showcasing, this cool climate region of San Lucia Highlands. This is the coldest appellation for growing grapes in California besides the Santa Rita Hills down in the Central Coast. So our joke is we know it's cold climate. We're not just saying it because they grow lettuce down here and you can't grow lettuce in a warm area. So it's definitely for us when we're making wines, we're trying to really emphasize that
Guys,
cool climate.
I've had all of her wines. They're all they're delicious and they're very affordable. It's not where you're going to spend $100. That's what is so great about her vineyard. But thank you for being on the show. Number one, two, thank you for being so brave to do that and to have to go through that.
And I'm actually extremely proud of our own wine, because what I said about it being cool climate Oregon is what Californians fight every day with Pinot Noir, because we are in a much warmer area, except San Jose Highlands is cool climate, but we're in a much more higher temperature area and much warmer, and not as we're not at the 45 degree parallel in the latitude. So we tend to get much riper Pinot. And to say that I thought it was Oregon meant that it had a little more brightness to it.
Yeah,
so I'm
which
actually
is
kind of like, even though I didn't get my own wine right, I at least didn't say it was like some funky.
I don't even know how to get home sometimes. So, guys, great show today. If you want to listen to the other shows or watch the video portion of any of the shows, you can go to our YouTube channel. You can listen on iTunes, iHeart, Apple, Google Podcast. Go link into Instagram or our website, www.shrimptankpodcast.com/Charleston. I'm Eric Elkins. Lastly, if you think you know of someone that is an entrepreneur or executive like Sara Floyd, you got to listen to the full interview of this because it's amazing, her story. Then please contact our producer, Kristen Kilman, 843-936-6353, or go to the website again, www.shrimptankpodcast.com/Charleston, and apply to be on the show. Thank you, Gus. Great job.
Thanks for having me.
Second show, Chief Investment Officer at EE Financial. I'm Eric Elkins. Thank you so much.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.